Okay, so these are the three scripts that we're working with that I'm going to navigate through and make some additional comments and highlights to. So the first thing we want to look at is the Communist Manifesto. So this is the annotated version here. So I've given you a version which is a pretty good edition. It has, as you can see, we can see when it's published, where it was published, all the prefaces, right? The prefaces, just as a general note, reading the preface or the prefaces to any text can be extremely useful for sort of outlining and road mapping the text. And oftentimes you'll see more than one preface, which is the author or authors coming back to the text um, after a period of years. And that's what you see here with Marx and Engels doing different editions in different languages, right? And so some of the prefaces, they just are basic summaries, but others are sort of updating or dealing with issues or problems or questions that have arisen in the interim between the initial publication and whatever the new edition is. Um, and oftentimes in the preface, the writer or the author or authors, they do a much better job, or not a much better job, but they do a pretty good job of synthesizing their ideas in a very condensed way. So they've had a chance after they've written the text to go back and rethink it and maybe say it in a different, more elegant way. And so you often find that in the prefaces, and you really find that in the prefaces of Marx and Engels' work. So Marx and Engels, published as a team. Um, they didn't all write equally in any one text, but Marx dies first, and Engels outlives him by, some 10 to 15 years. And so Engels is writing a lot of the prefaces after 1883, and Engels is a very good writer, very clear and concise and analytic writer. Marx is a great writer too, but much more of a creative, anarchic writer. He's sort of thinking outside the box and breaking boundaries, whereas Engels is really tightly condensing things. So his prefaces are often very good at synthesizing and summarizing the general arguments. But you don't have to read any of that, but that's just a general note. You're going to start with bourgeois and proletarians on PDF page 14, which is right here.